Hallo, ek is Michelle Maree en welkom by die Reismuur. Ons besoek vandag die stad van goud, meer spesifiek die Maboneng distrik. Hierdie area vorm deel van 'n globale tendens van stedelike vernuwing. Avontuurlustige ontwikkelaars koop ou pakhuise en woonstelblokke op en omskep dit in kultuur- en leefareas. Ek sit juis nou hier in 'n ou pakhuis wat later vandag gaan krioel van die mense wanneer dit omskep word in 'n mark. Koos Du Plessis het eens gevra, wie sal die ware swerwer wees? Die een wie reis of die een wie lees? Ek gesels juis vandag met 'n ware Johannesburgse reisiger en skrywer, Gerald Garner. Hallo Gerald.
Hallo Michelle, is lekker met jou te gesels.
Vertel ons meer van jou fascinasie met Johannesburg.
Die energie van die stad is wat Johannesburg spesiaal maak en die feit dat dit 'n stad van immigrante is van dag 1 af.
Maboneng beteken plek van lig. Dink jy die naam is gepas?
Plek van lig is definitief 'n gepaste benaming. As jy dink 3 of 4 jaar terug was daar amper nie sypaadjies in Maboneng nie. Vandag is dit 'n plek wat so baie mense inbly. Dis 'n kreatiewe area, dis 'n area waar mense in die aand uitgaan en dis regtig om die plek te sien vernuwe is amper soos om lig na die stad te bring.
Wat is jou gunsteling plekke in Maboneng om te besoek?
My gunsteling plek by verre is Curiosity Backpackers, veral die courtyard agter waar die jacuzzi swembad is net so 'n fantastiese geheim van die stad. Van daar af sou ek sê Black Anise in Kreerstraat, een van die beste sushi-restaurante in die land. Hulle is onlangs in die New York Times genoem vir hulle sushi. Daar is Sharp Braai in 'n container wat een van die beste plekke is om hoender te eet in Gauteng. En dan natuurlik kan mens net in die area rondloop. Op 'n Sondag is daar die mark. Hier waar sit, wat een van die beste plekke is waar jy kos van reg oor die wêreld kan eet. En natuurlik net om die draai is Smack Brewery wat 'n fantastiese craft brewery in Johannesburg is. Natuurlijk is daar baie ander aktiwiteite ook. Dink net bietjie aan die toere, Main Street Walks, doen toere deur Maboneng, ek doen self Joburg Places toere en die fietsry op die laaste Vrydag aand van die maand deur die hele stad wat ook by Maboneng stop is iets wat elke persoon behoort te doen.
Ek is nou hier by Curiosity Backpackers, 'n plek wat 'n baie meer unieke ervaring bied as jou tradisionele hotel. Ek sit hier by Becky Dube, eienaar van Curiosity, om bietjie met hom te gesels oor die Maboneng distrik en sy backpackers. Hallo Becky.
Hello Michelle, welcome to Curiosity Backpackers.
Wanneer het julle oopgemaak en wie is hoofsaaklik julle gaste?
Basically, Curiosity opened on the 9th of November, which is quite very interesting because the Berlin Wall fell on the 9th of November, so this was a rebuild up. And looking at basically our statistics in our database, the most visitors that we've encountered are the German people. We, however, basically, also have attracted a lot of local tourists, which is really cool because once you're able to have a vast crowd of local tourists, then you can have even a vaster crowd of international tourists.
Hierdie gebou het 'n baie interessante geskiedenis. Vertel ons 'n bietjie meer daarvan.
Particularly where Curiosity is it was owned by a company called Pacific Press. Then over the years, they started printing stuff for the ANC. And we're told that on the mezzanine level of Curiosity, the Joe Slovos, the Nelson Mandelas, the Tutus, the Tokyo Sequales would sometimes hide out in this area. That's why we've called our bar the hideout area, just to play around with the terminology and the history of the space.
As ek en 'n paar vriende vir 'n naweek in Curiosity kom bly, wat is lekker dinge om te doen hier rond?
So what we aim to do at Curiosity is give people the most authentic Joburg experience. For a very long time, Joburg has been associated with a negative stigma. So we do a lot of inner city tours, Hillbrow walks, picnics in the skies, pub crawls for the adventurers, public art walks, and there's about 18 restaurants in the area, rooftop bars, clubs, so the nightlife is also very much at its best. So the idea is to just give people an authentic Johannesburg experience. So Michelle, would you like to explore some of the little hidden treasures in our neighborhood?
Wonderlik! Ek is baie opgewonde. Ek en Becky gaan nou die Maboneng distrik verken op ons fietsse. Ek hoop ek weet nog om fiets te ry. Ek staan hier by Smack Republic Brouwery by Arts on Main in die Maboneng distrik. Boutiquebier is 'n tendens wat die afgelope 2 jaar vlam gevat het in Suid-Afrika. Ek gaan 'n bietjie gesels met Andrew, die eienaar, en hoor hoe hy sy bier maak. Hi Andrew, vertel vir ons waar jou belangstelling in boutique bier ontstaan het.
Well, for us, it was pretty much 3 home brewers, sorry. So my brother David, a mutual friend of ours, Grant, and myself, it all really started at home, in the garage, you know, brewing for fun, making all sorts of different beers, going to braais and giving it to your friends and saying, you know, ooh, taste this, taste this. And we made a lot of horrific beer, we made some average beer, but after a while, we actually started making some awesome beer.
Vertel ons bietjie meer van jou unieke reeks biere.
We do 4 beers, and the beers that we make, again, they're quite sort of creative, progressive, unique, and quite exciting. So the beers that we do, first of all, is one called the Bree Street Bell. Bree Street is named, well, it's named after Bree Street, which runs the whole length of the city. The second beer that we released was called the Maboneng Maverick. So Maboneng, obviously, it's named after our residents here. The character of the Maverick, really, it's a radical, a free thinker, someone who walks his own path, and really that's what this beer is all about. The third beer in our lineup is called the Braamfontein Brawler. Now, as the name suggests, Brawler, it's quite a tough beer. It's full on, it's rich, it's a bit darker, very bitter, and very aromatic.
Hoe lank vat die brouproses en wat presies behels dit?
Look, I mean, beer brewing varies anywhere between 2 up to 6, 7, 8 weeks. The beers that we brew are generally about the 5-week mark. A lot of people don't actually realize what goes into beer. So quite simply, it's malt, it's water, it's yeast, and it's hops. And what we do with the malts is we soak them in temperatures, in water of various temperatures. And what this does, it releases all of the flavors and all of the sugars out of those grains. We then remove the grains and we're left with this huge tub of sugary, sweet, rich, amber, beautiful liquid. And then it's time to boil that liquid. And we boil it for about 60 minutes. And we add hops. Hops give the beer its bitterness as well as its, some of its aromatics.
Maar kan ek proe?
Yeah, absolute. Right, so the beer that I'm pouring you today is called the Heilbrow Honey. The reason why I've chosen it's because it's the one that the ladies love. It's the Orange Blossom Honey and Rooibos. I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Cheers. Presies wat 'n mens nodig het na 'n lekker dag van verkenning. Ek het vroeër met Gerald gesels oor hoe Maboneng vernuwe. Ek staan juis nou hier by Arts on Main waar daar tans 'n mark plaasvind. Kom ons gaan kyk hoe dit lyk. Dit was nou baie lekker. Vir meer reisstories, besoek ons blog, hou van ons op Facebook en volg ons op Twitter. Tot volgende keer.